Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We all grew up playing free-for-alls, and it was so much fun to play back in the day as kids. And as we grew older and got more competitive, we realized it's kind of boring if you just play to win, because playing to win in free-for-alls traditionally means sitting in a corner, avoiding fighting, and then coming in at the last second with a big fleet of battle cruisers or carriers and winning the game. The people who are actually fighting the whole time for control of areas and duking it out and playing politics often end up losing. So I really find free-for-all became very boring for many years. They even took away the ability to queue it on the ladder because not enough people were playing it. Thankfully, BeastyQT saved it years ago. He came out with Beast of the Hill. They released that on a map, and basically it is a mode where you have to score touchdowns by controlling the circle in the middle of the map. You can notice here, Captain Canuck is already bringing probes. Why? Because check it out, guys. We've got the rules here. This is Goat Puncher's Gaudy Gardens, by the way. Great map name. It is huge. And basically, the first to 3 touchdowns, I call them, or points, wins the game. Now, the way that works is, you can see next round in 4 minutes. So at 4 minutes, whoever's in this circle gets a point and they win the game. And who first to 3 wins. So this forces people to fight over this circle. Not only that, but you get 10 minerals per second, whoever's got control of this. If there's 2 people there, no one has control. But right now, Captain Canuck is getting an extra 10 minerals a second, which is almost a full base of mining. So this is a huge advantage to Canuck, who's going to go straight for a Nexus and a wall off. This is a really, really powerful start. So I'm amazed. The other players might not be as experienced in this mode. Usually there's 2 or 3 players who will pull a bunch of workers to the start to fight over this, because the income there is worth as much about 10, 12, 13 probes mining non-stop. So this is actually a massive advantage. Does it matter though? Because your bro Chris is 12. It's some form of very early Ling Rush coming in, goes straight to Captain Canuck just because it's the player next door. This is the first scout, and he's going to depower the gateways. Canuck tries to chronoverse, but he's already supply blocked right now. Oh, Canuck is so screwed. It's like, Chris, please let me do the greediest start in the world, please. So Captain Canuck had a lot of extra mining, but he's actually getting rushed right now. And Chris just A-moving Lings in. They're getting so much damage. The probes go for a nice little surround maneuver, but there's more Lings where that came from as well. Oh my god, already down to 17 probes. So many have been dying here. And look at this, there's more Lings coming in as well. Has already lost 10 probes, 550 minerals. Finally, it does all go down, but look at all that mining loss. Captain Canuck down to 20 supply. Luckily for them, your bro Chris is not rallying any more Zerglings behind it. It appears to be droning up. And just 2 more Zerglings come in, but wall off, Adept's on the way. And you know what? No one's contesting the middle, so maybe Canuck can actually bounce back from that. That being said, Canuck's going to lose control. Coco Goat's over here. Notice, by the way, it's 3 Zergs with Canuck nestled behind them. The one sneaky Protoss, the changeling Protoss hidden in the back of their base. Down the bottom, it's Protoss, and Protoss. So we've got 4 Protoss players on the bottom side, and we've already got fast expands for all of them. So they're all fast expanding. The Zergs are fast expanded as well, but we've got mass Ling for Coco Goat banking up. We've got quite a few Lings for Shiny building up here, who's also making a Bailey nest. Oh my god, are all the Zergs rushing right now? And it looks like your bro Chris is going back to mining. Obviously, I'm not going to keep this production tab up much because it is just an absolute orgy. But yeah, this is really cool. By the way, while we've got a tiny bit of downtime, oh, Banelings are morphing. Keep in mind, there is a priority. If multiple people are in the middle, there are priorities. So ground, just a regular ground unit is the highest priority. Then it goes cloaked ground, then air, then cloaked air, then temporary units, and then eggs last of all. So you can't just like morph an egg by building a hatchery here and expect that to capture the point. If they have another unit there, it'll take priority. But if you both have a ground unit, basically it just stalls out until one of those units dies or leaves the zone, leaves the circle. Please no attack. And what happened? Did ZMech not have a unit in the wall? Oh my god, actually they've lost a bunch of units. I think they lost a bunch of Adepts in the wall. Oh no, ZMech's getting absolutely diddled right now. ZMech's going to try to wall off, but doesn't even have any money. Oh no, ZMech does have money. Wall off on the outside, wall off on the outside, wall off on the outside. ZMech, oh no, ZMech is dead. Coco, oh my god, Captain Canuck going for that right now. The Ling Bane rolls into the top, and your bro Chris rushed Captain Canuck and then dies to Shiny's Ling Bane Flood. Okay, so we're going to see 2 players eliminated very quickly here, guys. First round in 40 seconds, keep in mind. It looks like Shiny is getting the bonus income right now. So, Purple down here is still chilling. Army of Snakes just making Stalkers. And we've got an army moving in, getting ready. So it looks like Alpha X Zounfan is getting ready to take control of that middle. But yeah, Shiny just completely eliminating them. And I mean, there's no way ZMX survives here. There's a few probes hiding, so maybe they can rebuild 10-15 minutes from now, but this is such a scary position. Guys, 13 seconds till the touchdown gets scored. Templar moves in 10 seconds ahead, but Uh-oh, who wins this? The Adepts or the Stalkers? The Adepts are going to shade in just before. 3 seconds left. That's going to be contested. Those are both ground units. I don't know who wins this fight. There's more Stalkers coming forward right now. There's more Stalkers coming forward. These guys have Blink. They're going to need to get on top of the circle, though. Otherwise, the Adepts are going to win this trade. Ah, the Adepts win it. The Adepts, he blinks too late. Army of Snakes leaves it too late. Alpha X Soundfan with the Adepts gets the first touchdown, and the next one will be scored 4 minutes from now. Okie doke. So right now, if we want to see the scoreboard, by the way, I can always just go to a player's vision, and they see the scoreboard all the time. So you see 1 point there. First to 3 does get the victory. Remember, even if you lose all of your buildings, all of your army, as long as you have 1 building alive so you're not eliminated, and you steal that point, you can still win the game. And this is why also air units aren't the highest priority, which is why they are not the best way to capture the point. They are very good for winning, of course, but they aren't necessarily the best at capturing the point. Already we see air upgrades coming in from multiple players. X Soundfan, as well as a second Cybercore and a Void Ray for Captain Canuck, who's got that gold base up. So Captain Canuck is playing Omega Greedy right now. How many probes? After that early probe damage is still leading in the work account, up at 51, with there's a few other players at 48, 47. But definitely Captain Canuck being the greediest. Shiny is going to try and recover their economy after doing all of that aggression to kill their neighbor, but that also frees up all these bases next door. So I think that's why they're going to be really happy. Oh, let me live. I just kill all the inners. kill all the inners. I've been rewatching The Expanse, so I imagine that's an Expanse reference there. The dirty inners, man. They don't care about us, I don't know, mineral hoppers. Zerg are, Zerg are the most oppressed race in the solar system for sure, man. Anyways, Hydrogen Infestation Pit on the way for, okay, so Shiny's gonna go Lurkers by the looks of it, as well as upgraded Zerglings. Baliness Roachhorn for Coco Goat. Now, I know this is a little hard to follow, so if you guys are like, oh, what's going on? Trust me, these games ramp up like crazy. And I really feel like right now you've got double air upgrades for Soundfan and also for Captain Canuck, but that takes so long to kick off. I don't know if they're going to be able to get an actual air army up in time to capture the point. Whereas the Zerg players and also, you know, Army of Snakes with the Stalkers has, I think, a better chance of getting a few touchdowns now. So if they can just cinch those together, that's going to be good. The hope for both Canuck and Soundfan going for the late game army is that the players all spread the points around. They just want everyone to get 1 point each to prolong as much time as possible without there being any danger of anyone actually sealing the victory. And then only after that, that'll give them enough time to get up 10, 15 carriers and start just killing people's bases, wiping out their economies, and then they can try to capture the middle on their own. But they will need to reinforce with ground units as well. You can see a few gateways because, like I said, those air units will not be the priority when capturing. Mass Stalker Sentry for Templar. I don't know about this, man. I don't think Sentries are going to be very good at this stage of the game. There's also Archons that can crush them on the right. No one's really fighting right now, though. It's kind of funny to see everyone just building up. I do think Coco Goat is playing like a standard-ish game where it's like, oh, I'll build 3 base Roaches and Banes. I think Coco Goat needs to be going to like, you've got this whole right side of the map now because you killed Zyamac. So take all these bases, you know? Go up to 5 bases, get Double Spire, get Brood Lords and Lurkers and Ultras and all the good units. Right now, Canuck mining there, taking another middle base, a 6th base, in fact. 40 seconds till the next touchdown, guys. Army of Snakes is waiting. The Army of Snakes is getting a nice little income advantage. Has Zealot Archon ready to come in as a flank. Highest Templar, or just Templar, I should say, is here. And wants to fight, but the Zealot Archon flank is going to be pretty brutal from behind. And there's Massling from Shiny on the top left. There's a few carriers coming out. I don't think Soundfan can really contest into the middle. Has to be careful of those Blink Stalkers. They could take him out. 20 seconds remaining on the second touchdown. Remember, guys, who got the first one? It was Soundfan. But I doubt Soundfan can steal again with his carrier adept. That would be wild. That would be wild. The Zealot Archon going to engage. Templar Stalkers getting hammered by the Zealot Archon. Massling coming in, trying to get the steal. The Blink forward. Templar try to take it. Oh my god, everyone's units are dying. It is a massive contested. The point is contested. The point is contested. Who will stand strong? Shiny still has a little lings. I think Shiny might get it. Nope. Army of Snakes there. Army of Snakes does chase him off. Gets the point capture and gets a point on the board. But at the end of all that fighting, Soundfan's carriers are untouched and chases everyone away. And you know what? Canuck just hasn't been fighting. Canuck's army right now is 99 probes, 2 adepts and 2 void rays, and no one is doing anything to them. Canuck is going up to 10 Stargates. That is the dumbest stuff I've ever seen. I've never seen someone have this much freedom in a free-for-all. Yet because Shiny killed their neighboring player and then hasn't even taken the bases just yet, is starting to do it now. This is given so much freedom on that side. And because Coco Goat attacked south, basically what's happened, I said earlier, Canuck is the changeling in the back of the Zerg side. The Zergs have ignored Captain Canuck and a Protoss. It's kind of like that mission in Heart of the Swarm where you infest that Protoss mothership or whatever with the Zagara and you start infecting all the Protoss, except it's reversed. The Protoss is infecting the Zerg from behind. They're doing nothing about it. They're letting Captain Canuck get out of control. And I feel like if we look at their vision, Shiny has no idea about that. Captain Canuck only sees this front base and the main base, has no idea how big. Oh man, Captain Canuck, what? Still hasn't started carrier production, is going to 12, 13, 14 Stargates. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Has not started the carrier just yet. Captain Canuck is building no units and is then just going to build, what, 14 carriers at once? I don't even think there's enough supply to build 14 carriers at once. This is ridiculous. Is getting 222 upgrades as well as Psystorm as well? Okay, Captain Canuck, this is just ridiculous. It's going to try and take that middle point off Coco. Coco is getting a lot of bonus income from all that, but Coco's army does kind of suck. What's Coco building? Ultras. 2-2 chitinous plating Ultras. Ultras are very good for stealing the point because they're so tanky and they do splash damage. They kind of wreck by just holding the point, but they're not going to deal with these air armies. And if you let Captain Canuck get out of control, that's going to be a problem. Already we've got Canuck with 7 carriers on a way at a time. How many carriers do we have down here for Zoundfan? So this is Zoundfan, 11 carriers already out with 2-1 upgrades, and a mothership seems pretty good. I don't think is anywhere near as big economically. It's only at 80 probes versus 100. 112 now. Okay, Captain Canuck's at 112 probes. That's just silly. Captain Canuck is trying to build a giant bank so they can afford to throw their workers away. They should probably be building like 50 cannons on the map as well. Massling, Roach Mainling going right past here, going for the middle. Next touchdown in 40 seconds, guys. Remember, Army of Snakes has a touchdown, as does Zoundfan. Coco Goat's going to try and get one as well. Coco Goat leaving most of the army out to the side. Now remember, all players can see the middle. They have vision turned on. So every player gets vision in the middle, even if they don't have units there, just in that circle. Ultra Baneling doing what they can. Down the bottom, we've got Zealot, Archon, and Mortal skirmishing. So the 2 Protoss players fighting. We've got the 2 Zerg players about to try to capture this middle. You might be wondering, why is it lagging, guys? That's just StarCraft. Sorry, guys. When there's this many units on the screen, the frame rate drops like crazy. When there's 10 players, oh my god. Oh, 10 seconds. I think the Ultras are going to get it. Coco Goat's losing their army. The Archons are trying to steal the point. Oh my god, Zealot's coming in to contest. Zealot's coming in. Nah, Coco Goat kills them all. Does lose the entire army, though. Is it worth losing your whole army in order to get that touchdown? I don't know. Templar is trying to force field the carriers away, guys, which is always a bit questionable. Zoundfan, I guess, is on top of them with Zealots as well. So, oh man, I feel like Zoundfan just killed so much stuff. And wait, did you still not show yourself, Canuck? I don't think Canuck showed themselves yet. Is going to get attacked. Oh, we're going to see the 2 Skytoss boys face off. This is really good for the Zergs and everyone else in this game because they do not have a chance at taking these armies down. No one has the answer. Like a bunch of Stalkers, Archons, and Storm is not going to beat like 20 carriers unless maybe you get crazy Storms and pop all the Interceptors, but they can always just run away. You'll never catch them. Trying to run forward right now. Revelation does go down. Here we go. Canuck's going for a fight, but Canuck only has 8 carriers versus 11. Might have the better upgrade slightly, but will that matter? You notice how Zoundfan focuses down all the carriers, ignoring the mothership, whereas Canuck wasted a lot of damage killing the mothership at the start of that fight. So many of those carriers do go down. Really nicely done. Zoundfan just cleanses it. In the bottom side, looks like Templar is getting wrecked by Army of Snakes. Army of Snakes, Zealot, Archon, Adept, Stalker Ball, just basically Gateway Ball is just coming on in right now and doing what it can. Zoundfan's trying to expand right in front of these 2, so he's probably very happy that these 2 are fighting each other and occupied elsewhere. Zoundfan's continuing to push in. Canuck has to just give these bases up. Canuck already mined so much money. I don't think Canuck cares about losing a few bases. This is, if anything, just giving the ability to replace it with more proper supply. 3-3 is about to finish, guys. Or, yeah, 3-3-2 is done and is building 13 carriers at a time. Purple says, hey, I need that base. Look, I'm going to push you back, mate. Because Templar is saying, hey, can we have peace? And basically, Barcode, Army of Snakes, is like, yeah, as long as I get this base and this base, I'll let you live for now, okay? Templar's like, you need to chill, dude. You can't expand right next to me. What the hell, man? 1 minute till the next touchdown right now. Coco Goat's coming forward. Zoundfan's there with a few Void Rays. Zoundfan is, it's funny. So the Zergs aren't building anything that shoots up. They're both going Ultra Bane Lurker. This is the I will dive on the point, kill all your ground units, and win the touchdowns. The problem is, Zoundfan has a point. Barcode, Army of Snakes has a point. Coco Goat does have a point. So maybe Coco Goat could score this point and then finish with a third. The problem is they're losing an army each time they do it. These carriers are doing so much damage. Here we go, 30 seconds left. You can see the players. We've got purple down here. We've got green up here. Okay, shiny over there. Our kind of light green player. Zounfan waiting with some adepts to shade in maybe at the last second. This is the shade the adepts in. I'd hope you're the other units left on the buzzer. The Ultra Bane comes in a bit early for Shiny. It's going to try and take this point, but it's going to take a lot of units in this 15 seconds. Adept shading in here for Zounfan trying to steal it. There is mass Ultra Baneling. Oh my god, the Banelings are all just blowing up on each other. It is a slaughter. It's an absolute slaughter. The Ultras, the Adepts do come on top. The Ultras will definitely win that. I think Coco's got this. Yeah, Coco wins a second touchdown and gets out of there. Shiny loses an entire army and doesn't get the touchdown. Shiny's just like, okay, this is actually messed up. This is super messed up, right? And they're like, okay, who's next to him? Zymek and Canuck, go get him. They don't realize Zymek's out of this game. Captain Canuck's like, don't worry, I got him. He's 1 point from winning. Let's take him out. And unfortunately, much like when you're winning in Catan and they always put the goddamn robber on your best tile, this is exactly the same situation. So with nothing that shoots up, Kokogo has to just go and try and counterattack the army. Or the economy of Canuck. Canuck's 20 carriers, though, are not going to turn around. They're just like, screw that, you can kill my economy. I already have 20 carriers. I'm just going to go forward and kill all of your bases. Get wrecked. I don't know what you can build here. It looks like Hydras and more... no, still Mass Ultra. So Coco's still building Mass Ultra. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess he's just going to try and base trade. That could work. Technically, Coco doesn't need an economy. Coco just needs to steal one more point 2 minutes from now, and they win the game. But a lot of their Ultras and Hydras are getting picked off. This is not good for them. A lot of the Ultras and Hydras are getting picked off. That being said, dude, what's Canuck's income at? Canuck is down to 59 probes with more bases getting assaulted here by this Ultra Roach. The Ultra Roach, okay, so Canuck and Coco Goat, are basically going to kill each other right now. They're going to take each other out. Who's going to benefit? Because, don't get me wrong, there's still a giant army for Canuck. Can Zounfan take out that army, I wonder? Zounfan has only 11 carriers, 6 Void Rays, and a few High Temple. I don't think that can ever beat the 20 carriers with 3-3-2. We've got a +3 armor upgrade on the way here as well for Canuck. Looks like Zealots warping in, trying to deal with those Roaches. The Roaches will win that fight, but if more carriers come out, they can defend it. Ultras will clean up these bases. Big fight down here. Zounfan starting to clear creep. Does not want to let the Zerg infestation spread too far in the middle of this map. And you've got, of course, Army of Snakes just chilling there. Still playing mass gateway units is Army of Snakes. It's not a good army the longer this game goes. It looks really bad for Army of Snakes, to be honest, because there's just no progression. That being said, Army of Snakes has a lot of bases and a ton of gateways, and that is not bad. Army of Snakes is on a crazy gateway count of 26. Oh, don't blink Stalkers into Lurkers, though. That's not good, mate. Looks like the last Roach is getting the main. The carriers will finally clean that up. Highland's being rebuilt, but Captain Canuck is down to 2,700 minerals, 6,000 gas. Remember, every Inceptor you rebuild costs minerals as well. 30 seconds till the next one. It looks like Army of Snakes tried to build a Nexus in the middle. It gets killed. Shiny wants this point. 30 seconds from now. Uh-oh, Army of Snakes is getting sandwiched. Templar comes in with revenge from the left. Coco Goat from the right. Coco Goat backs off. Alpha X Zounfan sandwiches Templar. Oh, Templar is just getting the worst end of all these fights. Templar is getting just to be the piece of salami there, just shoved in between those two pieces of Protoss bread. Guys, next round in 10 seconds. Shiny's going for it. Coco Goat's going for it. If Coco Goat gets it, Coco Goat wins. If Coco Goat gets it, Coco Goat wins. Coco Goat still has an Ultra there, but no, Shiny just denied Coco from winning. And now it's between those two, and Shiny barely got it. The Archon's pushed up for Zounfan a fraction of a second too late. Zounfan's like, what? As if my Archon wasn't the point. It must have been like half on the point or something. It was just off it because they got rid of Shiny's army. But you know what? Was that Shiny's second point? Let's check the scoreboard, guys. That was Shiny's first point, and that's probably Coco's last chance, right? Coco has 6 drones and 2 Zergans. So yeah, Coco... Did Coco leave? Yeah, Coco left the game. So Coco's left the game. Even though Coco still had a hatchery here and a hatchery here, Coco was like, look, if I don't get that point, I've got nothing left. That was my last-ditch effort. So Coco's thrown in the towel. Army of Snakes here, getting chased by Templar, and actually runs past Zounfan as if they're friends. That's kind of funky. I think Army of Snakes is pretty screwed. You lost your whole army. What do you got? Well, they do have 27 gateways. So they've already warped in an Archon and 27 Stalkers. Once again, I mean, they're able to make a lot of units, Army of Snakes. Maybe they could dive the point a few times. Remember, they only have 1 touchdown so far. Now, where is the real killer army, guys? 22 carriers now. Wait. Only 17 probes for Canuck? Canuck is building probes, but it's mostly carriers. It's just like mass carrier. Dude, if someone was able to make 60 Corruptors, they could do it. The thing is, Corruptors or Vikings or whatever can actually counter carriers is never what you want because you can't really do anything else with it. So this is part of why carriers are so strong in free-for-alls, is the counters to them usually are only good versus the carriers and aren't good versus other units. Templar is getting overrun here by Army of Snakes Mass Zealot. The Disruptor's not enough to hold them off. Soundfan's moving north as well into Shiny's territory. Shiny does not have anything that shoots up. It's the Zerg strategy of me just score touchdowns, me ogre the touchdown. You know, we're going to tackle through you. The Protoss is like, I will defeat you in a classic battle of Skytoss, haha. And the Zergs are like, you're an idiot. We're just going to steal the point. And to be fair, historically, this mod is so popular because the Skytoss turtle doesn't usually work. That being said, the problem is none of these other players have 2 touchdowns except Coco, who's eliminated. So you've got what? Shiny on one, you've got Army of Snakes on one, and then Zoundfan has the best other chance of getting a second and third touchdown, but they're still mostly Skytoss with just a few Archons. Still a massive back and forth war in the bottom. The Protoss Civil War going on here. So many Zealots though coming in for both sides. 3-3-3 versus 3-3-2. Very similar upgrades. It's a real PvP battle. Canuck coming in, taking out some of Army of Snakes' gold base there. 30 seconds to the next touchdown. Zoundfan trying to push that army away right now. Dark Templar coming in. Remember, they are not the highest priority. Captain Canuck is trying to steal the point here, hoping the other players are distracted. I doubt this one works. Zoundfan brings that Observer forward. The Dark Templar do go after the Zerg army. 15 seconds left. Here we go. Looks like highest Templar is, is going to get jumped on by the Mass Zealot. Up at the top, Zoundfan killing a lot of the Zerg. Remember, the Zerg do not shoot up. Storms will go down. That ain't going to clear the Ultras, though. Storming his own units, having him morph more Archons. And Shiny says, nope, this point is mine. Mass Ultra filling up all the space on the point, so the other units couldn't even move in on top. You know what? Army of Snakes starting to take out these carriers. Actually, he's going to take out a fair few air units, but then it's probably going to have to run away after that as Stalkers do get shredded by the Void Ray carrier. Captain Canuck, dude, wasting too much time. Canuck, you got to be careful, mate. Because look, Shiny's got 2 points. Now you're like, oh god, I've got to kill Shiny before Shiny gets that next capture in 2.5 minutes. You know, the captures are getting to that point where they're so frequent, you really got to be careful. Zoundfan comes forward, defeats this army, controls the center. Zoundfan probably feels pretty good. The Canuck's still maxed. Shiny's still pretty high on supply. Shiny's actually could kill the ground army and then run away. But man, like 22 carriers is just so silly at this point. I'm not good with numbers, but 22 times 8 is like, I don't know. Is that 180 interceptors, guys? I feel like that's 180 interceptors roughly. Because 8, we're gonna do maths in a video. Let's go. So because it's 8 times 20. So 8 times 10 would be 80. So 160 for 20. Plus 2 times is 16. So 176 interceptors. Oh my lord. Oh my lordy lord. Here we go, guys. What? Guys, Zoundfan knows he can't stop Shiny from getting the 3rd capture. So while Captain Canuck clears the base on the left, Shiny, as Zoundfan, is going to build a Nexus wall saying, look, I've only got a few Archons and Immortals on the ground. My carriers and Voiders will eventually kill them, but I need to buy time. Let's build a Nexus wall. Dude, this is so genius. This is such a smart way of holding back the Zerg diving the point strategy. The Zerg just, me take point. Ooh. We'll see if this can work out. The Lurkers are starting to break through. Zoundfan's going to have to move north to stop it. It's a minute until the next capture. Are we going to fully surround it? No. Zoundfan, remember, only has 1 point capture so far, so he's not in danger of winning, whereas Shiny has lost all the economy but has this army. If Shiny can capture the point, Shiny will still win. And it's basically saying, hey, Canuck, Azura wins if you don't let me live. I'm guessing this is Azura, Zoundfan? I'm not sure who Azura is. Yeah, so Shiny's like, dude, you gotta stop him. Does he though? She has 2 points, says Zoundfan, pointing out Shiny has 2 points. Okay, so Shiny has 2 points. Yeah, just pointing that out. They're trying to do the diplomacy here. They're like, come on, don't. No! Oh, Shiny's getting surrounded by Mass Archon on all 3 sides. Oh, Shiny, I thought she could get it, but she gets cornered just before the point. The Protoss players are still fighting Shiny. Oh, now she's only got a packet. She's still got like 8 Ultras, but they're heavily damaged. The Protoss fight is happening down here at the bottom. Oh my god, Zoundfan's getting pushed back. Canuck has too many carriers. That being said, there's so many Archons, they can actually beat Interceptors because the Interceptors come up a lot and splash damage does it. 7 seconds left. Shiny's going to dive for it, but the Archons are completely blocking her. She just cannot get on top of that point. The Adept's trying to shade on top as well. Whoa! Army of Snakes with the Mass Archon Adept, and Captain Canuck may be winning the battle, but doesn't get the touchdown. And now Army of Snakes with Mass Archon. Wait. They're actually killing the Interceptors. Watch the Interceptor count of Canuck. They have to run away. You can't kill the carriers because they can just run away from the Archons, but they don't have any Interceptors. they need to spend a minute or two rebuilding because every time the Archons turn, they shoot those interceptors. They're all clumped up and they die really, really hard. This is an old school counter to carriers, which I haven't seen in a very long time. I've done it successfully many years ago, but it's very hard to pull off these days because people are so good with disruptors. They just add that to their Sky Toss. But you make like 15 Archons or more, you get a Sentry with Guardian Shield, and you make Plasma Shield upgrades. And if you get a Guardian Shield plus 3 Plasma Shields, you basically got -5 on the carrier's attacks. Obviously, the carriers do 2 attacks, so it ends up being -10 damage on each time an Interceptor attacks, which is massive. And then the Interceptors clump up on your front Archon, and all your Archons just splash them down. You're on 2 points, I have 60 supply. Shiny's like, what the hell, dude? Come on, this is ridiculous. You're on 2 points, I have 60 supply. This is ridiculous. And Army of Snakes here, playing a very good diplomacy game, is saying, you're on more points overall and also on 2. What is more points overall? You guys are on the exact same points, aren't you? 2 and 2. Yeah, 2 and 2. You have 1 less point than me, and I am dead. Wait, what's 1 less point? What do you guys mean? You guys both have the same point. Anyways, Army of Snakes doesn't have much income. That's mostly washed up right now, but it's maxed out. Canuck's going to hit south with the carriers. They've now recharged. I'm in at 30 until the next capture. Canuck needs to get up there and hold this point. You're going to need to hold this point. Guys, this could end right now. I'm pretty sure this is going to end on the next capture because unless Zounfan can get it, it's going to be Army of Snakes or Shiny's going to go for the last minute dive. I like that Shiny's convincing them they're dead. Shiny is actually getting a bit of income and is rebuilding Ultras right now. The Archon's trying to fight here, but there's mass Archon as well. Oh, Zoun's got a Disruptor coming in. Disruptors can do big damage, but actually Friendly fires his own Archon with the second one. The Archons will take out one of those Disruptors. Here we go. Canuck with probes in the middle. There's no way they get that capture. Canuck is clearing out the main of Army of Snakes, but Canuck has been very good at building the good army, but Canuck is playing a classic kind of free-for-all. Remember, Canuck doesn't have any points. Canuck here is killing everyone's stuff. They had the whole corner to themselves. They've built the best army this game, at least, you know, assuming Mass Carrier can do it, which they usually can. But Zounfan is the only one who's actually going to stop them from winning right now. Zounfan needs to hold back the Mass Adapt on the right and the Mass Ultraling on the left, and I don't know how you do that. As Zounfan, you've got 30 seconds. You need to make some magic happen right now. You've got a few Archons. 10 Archons can do very well. This is going to be very, very tough to do, especially if Canuck comes in and fights. If Canuck and Zound fight, Shiny can steal it. Shiny can steal it from the north. Captain Canuck coming in and is actually going to engage Army of Snakes Adepts there, realizing them shading in is a big threat. 14 seconds till the capture. Shiny's looking for it with the Ultra Bane. She's going for it. She's going for it. 10 seconds, 9. I think she's got it. I think she's going to get it. The Archons are coming in, maybe a little bit too late. If she can clear those, she can do it 4-3. I think there might barely be Archons on top of the point. The Adepts coming as well. The Adepts go down to the Banelings. The Ultra's trying to hold on. The point is contested. There's Archons coming in from all sides. Everyone's cramming in. Zounfan steals it. Zounfan steals it. Army of Snakes not able to get it. Neither is Shiny. And Zounfan, I wouldn't even say steals it, but more holds it since Zounfan was entrenched here. But now Zounfan gets punished. Zounfan saves the day, and then Canuck comes in and kills them. Canuck is playing the dirtiest game. They took the whole side of the map to themselves. They got the point to themselves at the middle. They literally had both players on either side of them either eliminated or completely distracted by the other players. And now they are just waiting for everyone else to split up the capture points. I have never seen someone get so lucky with their Sky Toss army to all the points being spread out so evenly. You've got 2 points for Army of Snakes, 2 points for Coco Goat, who's eliminated, 2 points for Shiny, she's basically out of units, 2 points for Zounfan, who's also just lost their entire army. I mean, what have you got? Shiny's got 5 Ultras. She's building a few hatcheries and drones, so she's actually done a good job of secretly rebuilding. Remember that Canuck's economy is really small, so if he loses a bunch of carriers, he's going to struggle to rebuild more than like 10. He basically has 10 carriers, and how much? Only 27 probe income. Problem is, who's ever going to kill this? There's no army out here that kills this. Templar is still kind of limping along doing some stuff. Army of Snakes has nothing at this point. Army of Snakes is completely dead. Yeah, Army of Snakes is just dead. It's going to try and repower this. I guess has 2,000 minerals, but Army of Snakes is essentially eliminated. Templar is essentially eliminated. So, I mean, who are you worried about? You're worried about Shiny's Ultras stealing the point. That's about it. By the way, do these Ultras look like old Ultras? I wonder if maybe this replay is actually from a while ago. Maybe it's pre-patch. Pre the last patch? I don't know. I like the big Ultras, though. Don't they just look so much more impressive? Noise. Anyways, Nexus going down there for Zounfan. Oh, Captain Canuck. Okay, Captain Canuck played so dirty, but is now playing so smart. Is going to try and build a Nexus wall. We've seen these Nexus walls. This seems to be the new meta for people that play Beast of the Hill all the time. And look at this, walling Archons inside the base. This is so cute. That Archon, unfortunately, did get pushed outside the entrance there. Let's see if he can get back in. He's going to try and get that Archon inside, but I think it's too fat. Nexus going for is this a 9 Nexus around? 3, 3, 3. Yep, that's like an 8 Nexus encirclement. Army of Snakes is dead, has lost pretty much everything. The gateways are repowered, but is dead Zos. Did Zoundfan get a second point? Zoundfan could win. The Tempests are going to take forever to pick off the carriers, though, so they need to go find them and start picking them off now. And then the Archons need to try to dive the point. But look at this. Canuck has that entrenched. Ultra Baneling. Shiny's actually built back up to 130 supply. Zoundfan's got a very good supply, but the Tempests are more of a sniper unit. They're not going to be able to burst this down. The thing is, there's no urgency. These guys can wait a bit because Canuck is not going to win this game. But I think they feel like the more time they give, the more entrenched this position's going to get, so they probably want to go now. Those 4 Archons in there is disgusting. Oh my god, he's going to whoop the Archons on the inside, or at least one of them on the inside of the Nexus surround. The Adepts are trying to shade in here. Whose Adepts are they? Templars trying to get it on the point capture, and Canuck wins the point. They try to poke in, they can't do anything. The Tempests are doing a pretty good job, actually. The Tempests picking off those carriers. Remember, you've got vision in the middle, so anytime they're in the middle, those Tempests can siege them down. So yeah, Zoundfan's going to come in and try and do that. The Tempests take out another carrier. And a nice revelation. Zoundfan has the counter with the Tempests. You gotta be a little careful. Hi, I'm an idiot. Hi, an idiot. Oh, Shiny. So I still think Shiny can win this. You know what's crazy, guys? Highest Templar had nothing, but they had 2,000 minerals in the bank. Somehow they've rebuilt 20 probes and a pack of Adepts. Technically, no, they're probably gonna get found by these carriers and just die. I finally got a point, guys, says Canuck. I'm so proud of you. You have no idea. Everybody hates Canuck in this game. Let's be real. I admire the way Canuck's played. Shiny actually somehow took these bases as well. I don't know how Shiny did that. Shiny's sneaky. She's actually sucking up all the leftover resources on this map very effectively. And Zoundfan actually ends up finding Army of Snakes. Army of Snakes is running away with these Adepts. Army of Snakes is dead. You've got a pack of Adepts, a few buildings, and that's about it. However, Zoundfan can still win. Shiny can still win. These are the 2 threats. I don't think Templar has 2 points. Templar has no points. So Canuck needs to get back there. And is Templar... Oh, wait. Canuck's going to use Recall to recall the Archons in the middle again. He's already walling off with more Nexi up here. Very cool move. Zoundfan. Oh, no. Zoundfan moves in. Does snap a carrier, but is in attack range of those carriers. Luckily for them, Canuck is not on a move. Canuck not watching. Canuck not watching. Canuck loses 2 carriers for free. Make it 3. Enough Tempest to one-shot that. I actually think you might be able to A-move here the ground army and then just focus the carriers with the Tempests and win this fight as Zoundfan. That's what Zoundfan's trying to do. The Tempests aren't focus firing there, though. You need to either just straight run or straight fight. And oh, no! Templar even comes in to sandwich this army a little bit. I think he's trying to run away, actually realizing, oh, God, I didn't even mean to be here. Army of Snakes has a few Adepts there. They're going to try to sneak in on the point maybe in a minute. Army of Snakes is like, I could still win, technically. I've got these Adepts. Yeah. No, you can't. Mass Nexus is there. I mean, the full wall-off is so disgusting. Layers of Nexus. It's so... And Shiny, she's going to come in to try and steal it, and she is going to be shocked. Like, we've seen Nexus blocks. We have not seen... Is that 10 Nexi? That's 10 Nexi in the middle of the map. Oh, man. Zound does get pushed back. Zoundfan is in trouble right now. Recall here for Canuck. He's going to try and get some Archons in the middle. Oh, yeah, a few Archons in the middle and a big mass of carriers. Shiny is just like, are you serious? Like, what is this? What is this? How do I get through that? I love that Army of Snakes is still alive with a pack of Adepts, as is Templar. Templar can't win. Army of Snakes technically can. We've got those other units on the left as well. Shiny's going to try and break the wall. What the hell is this trap wall, she says? She's going to try and break through. 14 seconds left. She might be able to get it. She's on top. She's on top. If she gets this 3rd point, she wins the game. If she gets this point, she wins the game. If she gets it, oh my god, it's contested, it's contested, it's contested. Army of Snakes tries to come in with the Adept Shade at the last second. No way. Army of Snakes, we've got to rewind that. Army of Snakes came in at the last second and Canuck had no units on the ground. Canuck's Archons had all gone. We've got to rewind that. Look at this last minute shade. How were her Adepts alive this long? Look, her Adepts were... Army of Snakes Adepts, sorry, we're just hiding up here at the back of the fight. And then as all the Archons and the Ultras trade, and Templar shades in from the right, a little too early and a little too far away. And Army of Snakes somehow is like Switzerland in the middle of this, like completely neutral. They shade in underneath, and everything else just dies. These Ultras are just barely off the point. Shiny's got to be absolutely spewing, because she still had 3 Ultras. Yes, they were heavily damaged, but those Adepts got in at the very last second. How close was that? Was the point already contested? Let's take a look at this again. Let's slow this right down. I know this is really hard to see because all the stupid carriers ahead, but it looks like there's only 1 Archon left. You can see that Archon going down. Lots of Ultra Ling on top. But so Shiny definitely has the point to herself. But the time's not up yet. And then this Adept Shade is coming in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at the timing on this shade. It's 1 second left on the timer, and the Adept Shade finishes. They take Baneling hits, they take Ultra hits, and they win the game. That was literally down to 0.1 of a second. That was the most perfectly timed Adept Shade from a player who wins with a gateway, 2 forges, a few gateways, a few forges, and a few assimilators. The only buildings remaining, no probes, no economy, and just a pack of adepts. That is one of the greatest thieveries I have ever seen. Hats off to you, Army of Snakes, you absolute legend.